Millions of apples pass through this line every day.
Today we'll follow these fresh red apples from the orchard all the way to packed, ready for market fruit.
Harvesters pick each apple by hand, placing it carefully into padded bags to prevent bruising. Field crates are filled carefully, keeping each apple's skin intact for the long journey ahead. In the field, obvious defects are removed, so only clean, sound apples move forward.
Crates are stacked securely on the trailer, keeping every apple stable for the short trip out of the orchard.
From here, the apples move to our packing facility, where cooling and careful handling protect their quality.
At the farm loading point, field crates are transferred to a refrigerated truck for the trip to the packing house. The apples are cooled in transit, so they arrive at the packing facility firm, fresh, and undamaged. On arrival, the load goes straight to a temperature-controlled dock, keeping the cold chain intact. Pallets are unloaded and moved quickly into the receiving area to minimize any rise in fruit temperature.
Every shipment is checked on arrival. We confirm temperature, appearance, and paperwork before anything goes into storage.
Spot checks confirm the fruit is still within the target temperature range after transport. Pre-cooling quickly brings the entire load to a uniform temperature before washing and grading. Once stabilized, pallets move directly from pre-cooling to the washing and grading line.
This is the start of the main processing line, where apples are washed, sorted, and prepared for packing.
Crates are gently tipped into a water flume, which cushions the fruit as it enters the washing system.
The water flume cushions the apples, carrying them smoothly to the main washing section.
From the flume, the fruit is lifted out of the water and into a rotating drum washer for surface cleaning.
Inside the washer, gentle tumbling and sanitizer sprays remove dust and microorganisms from the skin.
A final clean water rinse removes sanitizer residues, leaving the apples ready for drying and inspection. High-velocity air removes surface moisture, helping to prevent mold and improving the apple's final appearance.
After drying, trained staff visually inspect every apple, removing any with cosmetic or quality issues.
Here, rollers and cameras work together to measure size and surface color for precise, automated grading.
Our vision system scans each apple, assigning it to a size and color grade for consistent retail packs.
Based on those measurements, apples are directed into separate lanes, each destined for a specific packing format.
For premium retail apples, a thin layer of food-grade wax enhances shine and slows moisture loss.
Soft brushes distribute the wax evenly, avoiding damage to the skin while giving a consistent finish.
A short polishing step evens out the wax and brings out the natural color and shine of each apple.
From polishing, the apples enter packing line A, dedicated to single SKU 1 kilogram retail bags.
Operators gently load the graded apples into our standard 1 kilo bags, all using the same label and product size.
Each bag is checked on a scale, so it holds the correct 1 kilogram of apples. Once the weight is correct, bags move along the in-feed conveyor toward the automatic heat sealer. The heat sealer closes each bag with a clean, consistent seam to protect the fruit inside.
We check the seals and labels on every run to keep this 1 kilo apple pack consistent.
An inkjet coaters marks each bag with date and lot information, tying it back to the orchard and line run. The check weigher confirms every finished bag stays within a tight weight tolerance before case packing. Only correctly sealed and weighed bags move forward, where they're grouped in sets ready for boxing. Cartons are erected automatically, using a single printed design that matches the branding on each bag. Operators place 10 identical 1-kilo bags in each carton, aligning labels for easy identification later.
Cartons are also weighed, confirming the correct number of 1-kilo bags before we seal them. A case sealer closes and tapes each carton, protecting the bags during storage and transport.
Each carton receives a printed barcode label, linking it to its exact production lot and packing line.
With barcoded cases, we can trace every apple bag back to the orchard, harvest date, and line run.
From each lot, cartons are pulled at regular intervals for detailed quality and packaging checks. Inside, inspectors confirm bag counts, verify that codes match, and check the condition of the apples. In the lab, we check size, color, and external quality from a sample of apples in each lot. We examine the flesh for firmness and internal quality, making sure it meets our standards. We record sweetness, firmness, and overall appearance, tying every result to the coded lot in our system. Approved cartons are stacked on clean pallets, ready to move into temperature-controlled storage. Pallets of finished apple cases are transferred straight into a dedicated cold room for storage. In cold storage, pallets are organized by lot and date, with airflow and access for efficient inventory.
We hold finished cases at a controlled temperature and humidity, so these apples stay crisp until shipment.
Each pallet is scanned into the inventory system, capturing lot, quantity, and exact storage location. Inventory software keeps real-time records of every apple case, supporting first-in, first-out rotation and full traceability. When an order is scheduled, staff receive a pick list specifying which apple lots and quantities to prepare.
He brings an empty pallet into the aisle and moves to the exact rack locations called for on the pick list.
He builds a shipment pallet by hand, pulling only the lots and case counts specified. Once the pallet is complete, it's tagged for a specific customer order and moved to a staging area. Order pallets leave cold storage and wait in a staging zone, close to the loading docks.
These pallets of fresh red apples are staged and ready. Next, they'll be loaded into refrigerated trucks for delivery.
From staging, finished apple pallets are picked up and moved to the stretch wrapper for final securing. At the wrapper, the pallet is centered on the turntable, and the operator selects the correct wrapping program. Clear stretch film locks the cartons together, stabilizing the load without covering any product information. The wrapper covers the full height of the pallet, securing a top sheet and locking the cases into a single, stable unit.
Each wrapped pallet gets a clear pallet ID and destination label for tracking through distribution. Wrapped pallets move directly from the shipping area to the refrigerated trailer at the loading dock.
Inside the refrigerated trailer, pallets are placed carefully to protect airflow and prevent damage. Pallets are arranged in tight, even rows, forming a solid block load that will not shift on the road. Load bars and straps lock the pallet block against movement, keeping the apple cases stable during transport. Before departure, the driver confirms the trailer temperature is set correctly to protect the apples in transit.
Shipping documents list the exact number of apple cases and lots, providing a legal record of what's on the truck.
Once loading and paperwork are complete, the doors are sealed, and the load is ready to leave the facility. The loaded reefer heads out, carrying fresh red apples toward a regional distribution center.
Refrigerated transport keeps the apples within a narrow temperature band until they reach the distribution center.
At the distribution center, the load is received through a temperature-controlled dock designed for refrigerated goods. Distribution center staff unload the wrapped apple pallets directly from the refrigerated trailer.
On receipt, staff verify the product, lot codes, and surface temperature before accepting the shipment. After checking, the apple pallets go into the DC's cold storage, awaiting orders from individual stores. For each route, cases are picked to order, building pallets that match store requirements. From the DC, smaller refrigerated trucks take apple cases on short runs to individual supermarkets. At the store, the apple cases arrive through the back dock, just like any other chilled grocery item. Cases are staged briefly in the store's cooler, ready for the produce team to stock the sales floor. Produce staff open each case and transfer the 1 kilo apple bags into crates for stocking.
On the sales floor, the bags are front-faced, so shoppers can clearly see the apples and label.
Every bag on the shelf matches the product we followed, from the orchard, through packing to final coating.
Shoppers see the same consistent apples and branding that were controlled all along the supply chain.
At checkout, the barcode ties the bag directly to its product code, matching the labels used in packing.
Some retailers add a QR code, letting customers see where and when these apples were grown and packed.
Behind that code is a record of orchard, harvest date, and packing line, all captured during production.
This lot data connects field harvest, packing, and shipping to the very bag a shopper takes home.
From raw fruit in bins to finished 1 kilo bags, every step here is designed around a single, consistent apple.
The apples you see loose on the line are the same size and color as the ones sealed inside every retail bag.
From the moment apples arrive, washing, grading, waxing, and packing all run in one controlled, continuous line.
This process map mirrors the real flow. One apple variety, one pack format, tracked from orchards to retail. On the shelf, the result is simple. Consistent bags of fresh red apples, ready for families to take home.
From these trees, through careful handling, all the way to this 1 kilo bag, every step protects the same fresh red apple.